Homeschooling podcast number one, be real with yourself. Now, these are some things as a learning coach and as a parent that I see other learning coaches doing. And it's kind of irritating, especially if the learning coaches and parents have been around for a while, but all new homeschooling parents and learning coaches, I can, I love working with fresh, brand new homeschooling parents because even though, they are so frustrated or either stressed out or just really don't know what's going to happen, they are understanding and they listen. And what I found is it's a lot of homeschooling parents that's, caring and they've been homeschooling for a while. And it seems like it's so hard to get things through to some people. Let me put it like that. And before I start this, I'm not being mean. It's just what it is. And a lot of this is just basically saying what a lot of people want to say. And I'm going to say again, if you are new to homeschooling, a lot of us current homeschooling parents don't mind the questions. I love, talking back and forth with everyone. I love, helping everyone get to the solution that they need. Let me put it like that. But here are some issues, and I would say all of these are with the current homeschooling moms that I've ran into recently. And most of these come from Facebook. Now, issue one, a lot of parents or a lot of people get into homeschooling and you get into homeschooling for all the wrong reasons. And I read past the post and there it was a mom and she basically said the only reason why she was homeschooling her kids is because she just didn't feel like getting up in the morning sending them to school. And I was basically like, what? That made no sense to me whatsoever, because you're not doing it for the right reasons. Because if you think about it, there are so many different options and so many different ways that you can homeschool your students or your children, however you know what you want to go about calling them, students or children. You can go the traditional route where you buy books and different things of that sort and you help walk them through it. But if you don't feel like getting up in the morning, I don't see how that's going to work. It can work. And I'm not saying that you have to get up early in the morning, like 6:30 in the morning, 7:30, 8:30, but you need to, get your kids up. Like I tell my kids, I can see if you don't want to get up really early in the morning, but staying in the bed until 12 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, that's not going to work either. So basically, what I'm saying, you have to want to homeschool your kids for the right reason, not because you don't feel like doing something. Two, don't force homeschooling on your kids just because you think that's a great move for yourself. I talked to both of my kids, and one is in elementary school and one I'm in the other is in high school, and I basically was trying to make sure that this is something that they both wanted to do. It didn't matter to me if one wanted to go to school and one didn't, or both wanted to go to school. It was something that I felt like doing for the both of them. And this was way before the pandemic happened. So that wasn't a factor. Now, my son's health was a factor before that because he had asthma and a couple of different health issues. And once I talked to both of my kids, they both wanted to do homeschooling. I let them know, if at any time you feel like you don't want to do it, just let me know. So, homeschooling should not be forced. Three, don't leave your kids alone when it's time for them to be in class. Now, this goes for if they are in some sort of online school. I would say for a couple of years now, I've got it on both ends where my daughter can be in a class or my son can be in a class, and high schoolers are much better. But my daughter in elementary school, it's hard for, no matter what you think, it's hard for any kid to pay attention for too long. And so when it comes to them chatting and writing extra stuff in chat or answering questions, anything, talking on mic when they don't supposed to, you need to always be around with your child regardless of what you're doing, or either have someone else around them. Now, 4, you need to make sure that you pay attention to your emails at all times. So if there's email that's coming in before class, early in the morning, a lot of my kids' emails from their school, it comes in the morning time, early in the morning time. So you want to make sure you read over those, because my daughter's teacher is always out for some reason, and she always send her in another direction. So it's good to always be up on your emails. And I would say whenever the school is open, if you're choosing the route of an online school, or you're getting any type of help with an umbrella school, you want to always pay attention to your emails from whatever 8 a.m. your time until at least 4:30 in the afternoon. And 6. Now this is a huge lifetime. This is a huge lifestyle change for you and your kiddos. So all of you guys need time to adjust. Now this is when holidays come around, when fall break, spring break, winter break. When things come around like that, you need time to adjust. So just make sure you have that time to adjust before and after a break, during a break, and make sure you just don't get frustrated over the small things, and don't lose your temper in front of your kids if it has anything to do with their schooling, because they see that, and down the line they're gonna feel like, okay, since you freaked out over something, they may end up doing the same thing because that's just something they got from you. And so I'll be back with homeschooling podcast number 2 in a few days.